uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
A big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side official. No negotiation needed, period. You already know. The first in the building. Carlos on deck. WCS salute. Hottest chat in the MFing game. You already know, man. Appreciate you for supporting the channel as always there, Carlos. Man, one love to you, brother. And shout out to those of you that's inbound. You feel me? Those of you that's inbound, hit the like button on your way in. That's all it takes. Just minimal effort to do something so grand. Let's get down to it, man. You see the thumbnail. I want to know. Do you know that, the rumors that's been circulating is that Canelo may have had influence in the relocation of Garcia Haney. We know there's been a fracas dealing with these two names, Haney and Garcia, for all the wrong reasons. It's not so much it deals with the fight, but it deals with old footage. You know what I'm saying? Antiquated footage. It deals with something that's good for talking points, but not relevant to what the forecast is. You know what I'm saying? We have had Gervonta Davis come back into the conversation, Floyd Mayweather. We have had countless amount of other distractions that have flooded the timelines talking about Haney-Garcia. Haney made the accusation that Ryan Garcia need to get off the coke, which is a very, very serious allegation. I'm gonna be honest with you, because you can smoke, you can drink. But when you talking about the harder recreational drugs, then people start to look at you like, well, we really don't want to put our faith in you because you're a cokehead. And we don't know if that's true, but that's a stiff accusation made by Haney. But I'm going to get back to them, okay? I want to touch bases on Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson was recently arrested. And, he had several charges for obstruction. Whether those obstruction was him fleeing, being that he may have had potentially, allegedly, per the articles, the news that's out there, open container, smell of weed in the car, etc. It's been said that he attempted to flee police officers for at least about 6 miles. Now, he did put out a response to top-ranked commentators speaking about this subject matter. My thing is, you're getting on them for highlighting you being arrested again. I mean, maybe they wouldn't have talked about it, Jared Anderson, if it wouldn't be so close to the last time that you was arrested. Once again, if it wouldn't be such a small window pane, then maybe they wouldn't be talking about it. But this is another occurrence. You don't want this to turn into an omnipresence. You know what I'm saying? Or a leitmotif. You don't want this to become a consistent, habitual type of action that is going on with you criminally. You said, hey, I don't know what y'all got going on over there, but y'all weird. Y'all weird. No, it's nothing wrong with what they were saying. That is PR there, Jared Anderson. You need to understand that you are in the public eye. And it's quite difficult for the public eye to get cataracts. For real. It's difficult for, at this stage in the tech era that we in, that you to do something, you to be who you are, and to commit an act, a criminal act like that, you want to expect them to say, well, let's not talk about that. Let's act like we have cataracts. You know, see no evil, hear no evil. You know what I'm saying? And definitely speak no evil, because we didn't hear it nor we see it. I'm saying to myself, what is wrong with this dude? Weird. What's weird about somebody talking about something you did? Let me give you the example, Jared. You go in there and fight. You have a boxing match and you win. The entire time you having that boxing match, it is being broadcasted through ESPN Plus. You know what I'm saying? People know you was the main event, and that fight you just had was broadcasted. The commentators are talking about your fight the entire time that it lasts. Not only that, they're talking about it after the fight has ended. And they mention your name because you was one half of the fighters that was internal to the square. But yet you're acting like this is something different, because they put your information that is public record up on the freaking screen, and they made some comments about it. It's no different than anybody else, bro. You do the crime, you definitely gonna get the airtime. Guarantee it there, Jared. What are you crying about, brother? You're 24 years old, and you're talking about, hey, man, I don't know what's going on with y'all over there. Are you serious? Real talk, bro. Are you seriously think they're not going to speak about this? This is PR, public record, brother. You are a big name to certain people. You are assigned to Top Rank. All of a sudden, Top Rank is being weird? I can give you some weird examples that will make you say, well, I guess it wasn't too weird what they was talking about. Man, my people, you got to get out this bullshit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You grown effing men. You have more than most, man. You have all this money more than most. Y'all continue to let us know that y'all are incapable of living that lifestyle. You continue to freaking let the fight fans and consumers know that you're incapable of living this lifestyle. Y'all have more money than the average civilian, but you act like, I want to be broke. You know why? Because I want to give all my money to the freaking court system. I want to pay my attorney. Your attorney ain't fought a round yet inside the ring, but you want to pay them the money so you won't have to fight inside the courtroom. That's free money. They didn't help you go through training there, Jared Anderson. They didn't force you to get behind the wheel. They didn't force any of that. But you know how dumb it looks if they're talking about something that's public record, and just because they hold down employment under the Top Rank banner, you're getting mad at them? You're not even making any sense. And you know, to be honest with you, Jared, that shit's weird. What you did, how you responded on X, that shit was weird, because you did the crime and you expect not to get any airtime? What the fuck are you talking about? This is not the first incident, man. These fighters tripped me out, right? Spence getting his situation. All right. He go through the whole gauntlet. People know it's been going on for years and years and years. He get in there and lose the biggest fight of his career, right? So he don't want to show up to his friends Jermell Charlo's fight because supposedly, allegedly, he don't want to be asked any questions, right? Here you go. All these fighters are getting into some type of form of trouble. Not all. I take that back. Some. S-O-M-E. Some. And here comes Jared Anderson, who has a small window from the previous time in 23 that he got in trouble and was arrested. A year suspended. Then you're back in 2024. And the second month haven't even expired yet, Jared Anderson. And you chose to try to flee law enforcement. If that ain't the dumbest shit ever, bro, you're trying to show people you can make it up out of that where you at. Aren't you the same one that was over there saying, oh, I don't stay over there? It's too much going on. I don't stay over there in Ohio. No, it's too much going on. It's too many people that have their palms to the sky. So you're at one point, it seems like you was trying to set the example to get your ass up out of there. But then turn back around, you're trying to go right back. No, not take that back. You're trying to basically relive all the crime that's on the news and when you was born and raised, but you want to do it outside of the state. So it's almost like you can take a person out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the person. That's pretty much what you're telling the consumers, the ones that's really fucking with you, Jared. You're supposed to be a brand. You feel me? But you up here acting like, oh yeah, I made it out of there, but I still want to goddamn act like I'm in there. I still got to prove to the people that I still got that hood in me. Just because I'm not in the hood no more, you can't take the, man, get out of here. Y'all don't understand what the F I'm talking about, man. Shout out to the news by Shot News Sauce Experience, man. Salute to him, one of the hottest in the game, the UGK of boxing, media, and media in general, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy, Team Tucker Official. You know what I'm saying? I did want to put it out there that when they kept talking about, you know, the certain fighters asked did they have dog in them. I'm just wondering, did they ever ask Jahai Tucker that? I'm just saying. He said PBC needs to drop a schedule because I don't see him having dog. He has something like a silverback gorilla. Captain Chaos, what's good with it? Shout out to the wild dog in the building. Talk to Combat Inside Media. Appreciate you. Chaos on deck, man. Salute to you, brother. People really think Canelo is fighting Benavidez. I heard rumors of 50 million plus to fight Munguia. Whatever happens, I don't see Canelo versus David. Okay. Arnold Brown on deck. I see you. What's good? Carlos said, I won't be surprised if it's true about the location being moved, to be honest. The uppers in boxing have Canelo hand for a long time. What's going on with the Oracle? Trick Noti in the building. What's good with it, WCS? What's good? Salute to you, Trick. What you up to, man? He said, what's good, fam? Was in NY last night. I hit you up before I went. What up with you? Dragon, what's good? What's good? Shout out to Bud Gonna Stop Canelo in the building. What up with you, bro? So, you know, I just want to touch bases on, you know, Jared Anderson's sense of delirium. He seemed not to be locked into reality. He's willing to get behind the wheel in whatever state he was in, and drive, commit the act, get arrested for the act, and then put on the act. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. Real talk. I don't like that because you got to take responsibility for your actions, man. You kind of sounding like, you know, your moniker, the real big baby. It seems like you're crying because they're speaking about you, bro. And this shit is all over. We can't do that to one another. You can't get mad at somebody speaking on. I had that shit done to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get up here on media and you're speaking about something and it's all over, but they get mad because you're speaking on it. Like they're paying you, like they're reaching down in their pockets. They're subtracting, you know, support, monetary support that they're giving you. And that should tell you, hey, if we do something fucked up, you don't supposed to talk about it. It don't effing matter because everybody else is talking about it. So how you going to get on here and talk about what's weird? What's weird is you cannot separate your actions from someone talking and speaking on those actions. It is public record, bro. Get it together. Get it together, man. He said, man, Jared Anderson is on his way out the sport of boxing, eliminating himself as a professional athlete in general. He is young, can bounce back, but with all those legal problems coming, who knows? Well said. That's all I'm saying. Well said. I don't know what's going on with the brother, but I shall return at a later date with Jared Anderson. But come on, man. You're up here getting behind the wheel of a sports car, and you're attempting to flee, and you're putting yourself right back in the same predicament. Like, do these fighters go about that type of action with the belief that they're not going to suffer any real penalty? Is that it? I mean, is this a sense of entitlement or arrogance that these fighters understand that, okay, if I do this, this, and here, yeah, this will put some light on me, you know, give a little bit more promotion, attention to my fight that I got coming up. It brings some controversy because everybody's talking about, you know, Haney-Garcia, the sparring and all that. Do I need to go out here in the streets and wreck my car? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Anyway, back to the bigger topic. I'll get back to Jared Anderson later in life. You know what I'm saying? Get your shit together, man. We depending on you to be the next, you know, U.S. heavyweight champion. You know what I'm saying? And you out here acting like you can't get it together. Like, these black fighters need to understand that it's only so many of us that's out there that's making a name for ourselves. You need to understand. Don't get mad at Latino or the Hispanic boxers in the sport, because if you go down to the amateur level, it's a lot of them in the sport. It's a lot of them that's going to box for different reasons. Real talk. Don't be mad if it's not a black boxer that takes over Canelo's position. It's another Hispanic for another 6 to 10 years. Don't be mad. Don't be mad, because you got to be willing to do what it takes to get that position. That means performance value inside the ring, and also the way you brand yourself outside the ring. Back to Canelo, a person that we can say that has completed and checked off the boxes, so to speak. Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? 62, 2-2 or something like that. The man has a plethora of fights on his boxing ledger. But if it's indeed true about these rumors that's out here in rotation, I'm feeling some type of way, Canelo. Because I'm like this. How can you have over 60 professional wins, but it's not enough? If you had anything to do with the relocation of Haney-Garcia, that is some bitch-made shit. Because how can you have so much? You're getting paid millions guaranteed off the rip. If you were the one that had influence in this and you don't have a fight locked in, what message are you sending to the younger generation? That boxing has no loyalty? There's no unity across the board? Is that what you're showing these young lions to basically make the same moves you're making when it comes down to nitpicking? You're making more than any boxer in the sport right now. But yet it's not enough. That's called being selfish. That's called being arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Narcissistic. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Because just because you don't like a fighter, or a fighter might have said they was the face of boxing, why should you have to prove to them that you still the face of boxing only because they're trying to convince their fans that they're on the move to be the face of boxing? It's kind of effed up, right? It's kind of effed up if the rumors are true that Canelo, who's been pretty much in the bouncy balls at Mickey D's, he's been in the bouncy ball section, playing around. He leaves freaking PBC. He want to go over here. He's not willing to budge on the Happy Meal. He's not willing to budge, y'all. He say, the PBC, I need my $35 million in escrow. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Give me my money. But they want to give you your money for you to fight somebody else. But Canelo want to fight who he want to fight. So he leaves and supposedly, allegedly, he's headed back to the PBC. And for what reason? For what reason? Are you all planning to make a grandiose fight better than all the other names that's been out there, such as Hummy McGee and Edgar Bologna? I mean, at this point in time, yeah, I would like to see him fight Crawford, right? But also, I would like to see him fight David Benavidez too. But it seems like Canelo is absolutely staying far away, keeping distance, not even with a jab. You know what I'm saying? He's just keeping distance so he won't even have to come within the range of a freaking pen and paper to fight David Benavidez. He don't want to fight. He's a duck. Real talk. As much as I don't like using that feathery type word, I mean, if you don't want to fight a man that's a champion in your own division prior to you picking up his belt, which he messed up, yes, but he shouldn't be held accountable with a lifetime ban. Nigga, y'all boxers being petty as shit. Like, you're showing that it's a cutthroat world out here. There's no need for us to assume that, yeah, we want the best fighters in the ring. Because a lot of these fighters don't want to fight the best in the ring, especially if they can get amount of money with less effort. If they can get get the monetary stamp, in the budget to get the price tag or the purse that they want, and it doesn't have to be a highly ranked fighter or somebody that they know that's going to challenge them, dude, why wouldn't they keep on doing it? From what I heard, David Benavidez was taking the minimal $5 million, and they was giving Canelo some crazy amount of money, upwards of $55 million or something like that plus, and you didn't want to fight. Oh my God, bro. But back to the task at hand. Canelo Alvarez, I want to know, did you have anything to do with the relocation of this fight? Because if you did, it was extremely unwarranted for you to do that just to prove a point. I can go many directions. Ryan Garcia smoking weed, and they check for weed over there at the NY State Athletic Commission. Vice, over the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Ryan could have enjoyed his training camp and not have to worry about anything. Now, we don't even know if Ryan gonna make it to the fight. He may feel some type of way in trying to determine how could something like this happen. Ryan believes that he's bigger than life too. Ryan believes in certain settings that he's just as popular as Canelo Alvarez, y'all. That's Ryan Garcia. Listen to him. Listen to him. Ryan came in on a horse. He's trying to what's the phrase I'm looking for? Not step it up, but he's trying to level. He's trying to level up his game. So he's trying to come in on a horse. He's having these females coming there doing freaking gymnastic moves. Cartwheels. He had the women breaking rose petals off. He was sitting in a king's chair, supposedly, without the crown, of course, I must add. He does consider himself King Rye, but as an average civilian, it's a lot of people, just like they have, let's just say, for example, you have people out here that have lions tatted on them. Okay? Nobody in specific. Nobody in particular. You have a lion on you, but you necessarily haven't carried forward the lion's aggressiveness and courage. It's more so looking at the Wizard of Oz. and that lion was searching for courage. And Dorothy wanted to take that lion to see Oz. You know what I'm saying? But in this scenario, no, the house came crashing down on the lion. I'm just saying. Ryan Garcia believes that he's bigger than who he is. So did that affect Canelo Alvarez? Did Canelo get upset that Devin Haney said and Bill Haney said they the new face of boxing? Who allowed this to happen if this is indeed true? Who allowed that to happen? Seriously, who would allow this to happen in boxing? How would Haney-Garcia affect the ticket sales at any cost with Canelo fighting the next month? It's effed up, man. Real talk. It's effed up. Shout out to the OG Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz some more. What's good? There's so many Anderson stories in boxing. Yeah, man. Yeah. Talk to him, OG. You know. You know what I'm saying? You know. I believe if Benavidez slapped Canelo baby mama, he'll say, "Hey, mofo, what she do?" and walked off. I don't know, man. You know, Canelo got greasy with Caleb. Will he do it with David? Because them Benavidez brothers known for pulling up. Just ask Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shelton in the building. He's trying to become the PT bar none of boxing. Can't put that together. But, you know, I'm looking at Canelo like, did you have anything to do with the sabotage of the fight moving? And is Barbosa, you know what I'm saying, why would he get airtime? You know what I'm saying? I just never seen a backup fighter get airtime. But if indeed Canelo had anything to do with sabotaging the Vegas fight date, and he doesn't even have an opponent locked in, that just goes to show me once again that boxing is still struggling, bro. They're struggling. It seems like everybody's expendable. You know what I'm saying? And like, in order for a boxer to consider themselves an asset, it's very difficult because you really don't know where your loyalty lies. Where is the barometer when it comes to those above you sticking by you? You know what I'm saying? Chaperoning you through the tough times so they can get you where you're there to shine. They can get you to that pinnacle. And in boxing, you don't know, man, because they be trying to screw you over, man. They be trying to send fighters who fought heavyweight down to fight you, and then give you another tough fighter, and then give you another tough fighter, and you have less than 10 fights. That's weird. If you want to talk about some shit, Jared Anderson, that's weird right there. But at the end of the day, you know, what is this going to prove coming up? We're in March. Is the fight going to stay, you know, NYC at this point in time? Is it really locked in to NYC, or will they change it back? Because it's a state of confusion right now, because from what I'm hearing, Canelo is rolling or doubling back to potentially fight the PBC. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know who he's fighting. It's definitely not going to be Belanga. Hummy McGill name keep popping up. Don't hear too much about Crawford. But if Crawford Benavidez popped up at the last minute for a fight, you know, to come up, you know, for a fight day, it don't have to be in May. You know, it can be after that. That'll be great. Now we have something on the calendar that we can look forward to. Right now, we don't have shit. Like the fight card that we got last night, that was a sleeper. You know what I'm saying? We had some very solid performances on that fight card. Fighters that came in there and they really showed out. That was great. We didn't expect them fights to resonate the way they did, but we're trying to get the fights that we want to see to give us the same entertainment value. That's all I'm saying. We want the names that's supposed to be in the bright lights like that. I'm not saying Raymond Ford and Octabev wasn't in the limelight. You know, congratulations to Raymond Ford. I'm just saying, like, the bigger names that's in boxing on the pound for pound list. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We want to put them names together in the divisions, and we want to see them go in there and put on a performance. Like, every boxer is not going to give you a fight of that magnitude where both fighters are touched up pretty good and take damage. You feel me? I mean, when you get a back and forth, test of boxing IQ, technical skills, attrition, courage, and durability. We seen that last night, but now it seems in 2024, the big names that we want to bring us those type of performances, we don't even know what the hell. It's so scattered out. We have no organization. We have no clue, man. We can't lock that shit in the GPS. We don't know what amount of money is going to be paid, what this fighter, what promotion he's going to fight. What's this? We do have some fighters as free agents. Well, we can't really lock it in like, okay, when is they fighting? Are they fighting? See, one thing I want you all, the listeners, to understand that boxing, like I've continued to say, they puppetize the shit out of us. They always dangling the mother effing carrot. And this is not a fresh carrot. This is not just a whole carrot. This carrot has been nibbled on for years. They dangle it out there to let you know we've done this before. Don't be mad. You new here? You better ask somebody. So you're trying to dangle a carrot that's been nibbled on by multiple. Yeah, yeah. We want you to know that that's what happens over here. Okay, if you're gonna support the sport, then you have to get used to certain habits, and that's what they love doing to us, y'all. Dangling the carrot. They want to put information out here to see and have us scurrying around like ants, and then they'll say, well, so-and-so is pretty much in talks with this person. It's a whole different other fighter than what they was dangling the carrot to. Somebody totally different. And then they'll throw something else out there. They'll constantly place you in a state of confusion. And that's what we have with Canelo. What the hell Canelo's doing? He don't want to fight Crawford. And he don't want to fight Benavidez. But he think we want to watch him and Hami Magia? And for him to get $35 million off Hami Magia? Wow. Hey, don't get mad at Teofimo Lopez if he goes in here negotiating a fight with somebody you don't want. Don't get mad at Devin Haney if he's up here negotiating higher pay to a purse bid for somebody you don't want to see him fight. Because these fighters are going to come back to the example that's being set by Canelo, and they're going to feel like, I don't care if I'm not on his status or not. I'm going to do what Canelo did, and I'm going to negotiate for a higher pay. Tio already did it. He already did it twice. He negotiated and was stern on Lomachenko, and then he went to a purse bid against Cambozo. A part of me is against it because I feel like you should earn it. It should be your worth. It should be your Wall Street in boxing based off your paperwork. But then again, body of work don't matter. Body of work don't matter. It's just all about the popularity and you know, do the consumers support the boxer? What is their social media looking like? They be putting little tidbits out there. You know what I'm saying? Putting carrot crumbs out there for us to nibble on and see how many people latch on to this matchup right here. If it doesn't bite enough, then they'll go to something else. I'm tired of hearing about Canelo getting, oh man, he want $35 million in escrow. He want this, that, and the other. It must be nice. But like I tell all these other fighters, don't sit up here and have all this admiration for Canelo, wanting that money. You should inspire to be able to reciprocate what he got going on. Don't sit up here and admire this dude from afar. You know what I'm saying? And say, oh my God, I wish I was. No, why don't you come up with a plan on how to brand yourself, especially you young ones, so when you get up to that position, you can demand pay, just like Tank Davis is doing. Y'all might not like the dude in some way, shape, or form, but he's getting paid millions. Ryan Garcia, he's attempting to do it. He want to try to make millions and do something Canelo wasn't doing. At least Canelo was basically out here fighting, the triple G's and stuff like that. And he built himself and climbed that ladder to make that money. Whereas Ryan Garcia hasn't shown any sign that he can get past the top name opposition, but yet he wants the money for that. He wants the prestige. He wants people to look at him as this next best star. And I'm going to tell you, people looking at your body work. All he need is one of them Raymond Ford, Otebek freaking fights. Klomanov, that's how you pronounce his name. He need a fight like that. Like Garcia needed to make it the distance with Tank. You have a much smaller fighter in Isaac Cruz that made it the distance. Garcia should have made it the distance. He should have at least went the distance. You know what I'm saying? Just go the distance. Then we're talking something different with your popularity, but you got stopped. Now you coming and facing a big name of a fighter who fought twice in the Aussie double and won both and beat Lomachenko. He's changed levels, man. Ryan Garcia ain't changed levels. So that's why it was so easy for Canelo to come and goddamn big boy y'all. That's why it was so easy for him to big boy you. He sunned you. He got y'all moved out of Vegas, man. And what's even more fucked up is that, Haney's, they have resident over there in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? They have resident over there. That's what makes it even more messed up. If I'm not mistaken, does Ryan live in Vegas now, or he live in Cali? I'm not sure. I don't follow him like that. But if by chance, Canelo had anything to do with it, this is not going to be the last time that, we seen Floyd zip in, fly in on a zip line and affect ticket sales. He did it to Canelo and Triple G1, right? I remember everybody was like, oh my God, why would Floyd do something like that? That's fucked up. Why would he do Canelo and Triple G like that? He don't care. He doesn't care. But that's different than Haney-Garcia, because Canelo has to understand it's no way, shape, or form that this fight should be affecting their ticket sales. Not at all. Floyd, to go in there with an MMA fighter, Conor McGregor, and charge 100, yes. If a person paid 100, they pay the whole entire bill. Then they had Canelo Triple G coming up. Yeah, that can affect ticket sales. That can affect the home buys. He's 23. Who's 23? I read that Jared Anderson was 24. And media is bound to be, what it is, but I read he was 24. Either way, he's in his 20s, you know what I'm saying? Jared Anderson got a lot of Mish Green in him. If you know, you know. I just, when you showed that clip, man, I was like, hell no. What are you talking about, man? This is public record, brother. You can't sit up here and be angry about You're the culprit. You're the suspected. You're the suspected civilian who committed the crime. What are you talking about? Shout out to Miss Green. Miss Green was a G though. Miss Green put them goddamn paws on you. I bust your head, boy. You know, shit. Even him, he went the distance with Mike Tyson. That's during the time they was beefing. Trick said Jared Adams reminds me of Joel Scott. Was promising heavyweight out of New York. He is serving life without parole for rape, murder. Anderson didn't commit such acts, but he a case of trouble. That's what's up, man. Thanks for dropping that gem. You know what I'm saying? Because like Bruce said earlier, Trick, there's plenty of boxers in the sport. Plenty. That has went down this same road, y'all. You don't hear too much about them anymore. Hold on for a second. But that's a good point there, Trick. I believe if David Benavidez slapped Canelo, I read that already. PT Bernard and Bailey Circus. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. He was trying to become now when he was crying, he was 23. Oh, okay. I got you. I mean, he's 24 right now, 23. All I'm trying to find out is why boxing. Well, I already know why, because really, fighters are out there really, traveling in a solo flight, some of these fighters with the big names. Reason why I say solo flight, because it seems like when they get in trouble, why wasn't there somebody that they can actually, where are the mentors at? A lot of cats that they don't have mentors because they pretty much know they have everything figured out. So if somebody like myself, the older, any older type gentleman in the game that try to give these fighters advice, they look at you like, man, take your old ass on, man. They don't want to, get your advice. But once they get put behind them bars, they'll love for you to come up every day and talk about them converting over to Islam and their name being Akbar Muhammad, and stuff like that. When I done changed and stuff like that. I'm like, why don't these type of fighters that can't handle the pressure seek therapy from a civilian? Because you got to pay out your pocket. Because once again, y'all, this is one of the variables that you have to pay for in boxing. Like if you got injured during the fight, cool. But if you need extra help, this, that, and the other, I mean, depending on what the is, they might be able to help you out. But I don't see any other programs out here for these fighters to get the help they need. All they want to know is, are you gonna be able to get in fight camp? We got an opponent for you. I'm gonna send you the opponent over. Take a look at the opponent and let us know if you want to fight that opponent. When is it? It's 8 weeks from now. Don't take too long. We got to hear some in 24 hours. Therapy, it takes a long time. Sometimes therapy requires you to take a little bit of time away from the sport, just for an example, and get that therapy and then come back with a clear head. I'm not saying you have to go to the ayahuasca out in the rainforest, but I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't mind doing that. Seriously, I wouldn't mind doing that. to see if it actually worked. Being out there with all the mosquitoes and shit. But these fighters, man, they be on a solo flight. It seems like they don't have no resources to put them with some freaking therapy, a psychiatrist, someone that they're willing to listen to. I mean, these psychiatrists, man, they probably saying to themselves, damn, I would love to be a part of these boxing promotions and help these fighters out. But then, once again, you're dealing with fighters. Some of these fighters have been getting hit in the head since they was youngins, and they're not the best, man, at listening. That's just point blank period. This is a combat sport, man. It's only one brain. You know what I'm saying? You have one brain. And if you're in a sport of boxing that basically targets your brain as a primary location for you to land punches, and this is happening freaking training and on fight night, that's a lot of freaking punishment to take, bro. That's a lot of punishment to take. And over time, your neurological headquarters will start to deteriorate. That's just going to happen. And over time, it becomes degenerative. It depends on how much damage that you've received. And then you might come down with some stages of pugilistica. And that pugilistica may transfer over to dementia. You know, so it's you know, you see fighters like that shit going on. Who knows, man? You know, Canelo might look at it like, I don't put in so much work since I was 15. I don't owe them nothing. I'm going to take from the sport like the sport has taken from me. For real. Some of these fighters may look at it like this. I'm going to take everything and give them nothing. All they're going to get from me is my attendance on fight night, and that's it. I don't care about these other fighters. Get it the way I got it. Period. Find out how I got it. Find a way to be in my spot. And goddamn it, make the best of it. That's probably what Canelo's saying. And the next fighter after him, and the next fighter after him, all these fighters is like, it's an all for one for all type of shit. Like a pack of dogs. And that's not gonna get any better because the sport is not regulated. So guess what? You're gonna continue to see things go down like this. The sanctioning bodies don't run the promotions. The sanctioning bodies is just as well taken from the fighters too. It's not like a fighter, if you are a champion, you get all these damn mental and these mental wellness freaking resources as long as you're the champion at one of these sanctioning bodies. They're going to provide you counseling. Why are you the champion or something like that? No, that's not it. A fighter literally gets zero except a paycheck and a little bit of stardom. But when it comes to your physical health and your wellness, your mental wellness, I haven't heard yet a plan that's set aside to help these fighters. It's very difficult for union. You know what I'm saying? Because who's going to start the union when you got different promotions that's separate? They have gaps in between them. There's a space there. The authority ends here and it begins with somebody totally different. There's no approving authority. So how are these fighters supposed to get help? How are we supposed to stop someone like Canelo's been fighting since he was 15 and he wanted to demand $35 million to fight Haney? I'm not saying Haney-Garcia is not worthy, but where is he on the pound for pound list? What memorable fight? You want to say Saddam Ali? What memorable fight do you know from Haney-Garcia? What has Edgar bologna ham sandwich on rye with a slice of freaking roast beef has done? We're talking about somebody who was just trying to prove to us that, hey, everybody's protein levels are different. Me, I prefer sinking my teeth into a fresh clavicle. When you bite down into that trapezius, I love the taste of sweat, skin, blood, bone, This man was just sinking his freaking Puerto Rican vampire fangs in his opponent because he was frustrated, y'all. We thought we was witnessing a part in a movie. I was looking for his eyes to turn color and everything, but now they want to put him in there with Canelo? They're trying to boost up this fight. Eddie Hearns and them tell me, oh man, the next fight for sure. We're trying to get Canelo Alvarez to fight Edgar Berlanga. That's the fight people want to see. Nope. We don't want to see that fight. It's two people ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's two people ahead. It's Benavidez and it's Crawford. Crawford Benavidez. It's two people ahead of you. Right now, if they was to say Terrence Crawford's fighting Edgar Berlanga, I would take Crawford. Point blank, hands down. And also I put money that the fight don't go the distance. Because Berlanga's been down before. And with the right fighter that knows how to use their optics well with their boxing IQ, that's highly skilled, a great marksman, oh, he'll get stopped. Not only that, could you imagine Edgar Berlanga going in there with David Benavidez? Could you? Look, this is what you would hear over the microphone. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Does anyone hear? Over. I repeat, mayday, mayday, mayday. They'll be sending out signals to somebody in Puerto Rico. Please, anybody, please go rescue him. Don't let him walk to the ring. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Look up in the sky. We've sent numerous of SOSs up there. Please, somebody, anybody. They would try to prevent freaking Edgar Berlanga from going to the ring. They'd be trying to call freaking the same guy who worked for Tanya Harding to when that guy hit Nancy Kerrigan in the leg so it can eliminate her from the ice skating championships. Tanya be like, no, I got in a lot of trouble for that. It ruined my career. And I'm pretty exhausted from doing reality shows and everything. So, no, I cannot find that guy. He's locked up. You know, he's a felon. And no, I can't do that. They'll be trying to get somebody to run up on freaking Benavidez and hit him in the kneecap. Come on, man. How can you want to fight the unified undisputed champion in 168 when nobody is calling for you to fight the big names at 168, the big dogs? You don't have a Caleb Plant on there. You don't have a Darrell on your list. I mean, it's just too many people to name that this dude don't have on the list. But hey, at the end of the day, that's what boxing does for you. So we're going to keep our ears to the street on this shit that's going on with Canelo because, you know, if he don't have a fight locked on, and what if he don't fight, y'all? I think he's still going to fight on that date. But what if he don't fight in May? That'd be fucked up. That'd be messed up if he doesn't lock in an opponent for that date and they're not able to move Garcia Haney back over to Vegas. You're talking about having a acerbic taste in your mouth. That right there would just about do it. It would be extremely tart. Like, how can this happen? You know how much money, more money we could have had over there. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure Ryan is trying his best to make this shit happen. But how many millions do you need? How long do you have to be in the sport so something like this won't even be a topic of the conversation, y'all? What's good? The Big Bunsen Boxing, the Gold on deck. What's good? Conquest on deck. I see you in the building, man. Salute to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely, at the end of the day, you know what it is. I'm not going to take extremely amount of time, you know what I'm saying, on this topic. I just want to, touch on this other topic of mine before I zip this up. They're talking about that Ryan Garcia, his state of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I find as a bit sinister with Ryan Garcia. You remember when I said that Devin Haney said he was on coke and then he started sniffing? And I told you all that I thought it was fake. Because how can you emote on demand just because somebody said you was a cokehead? You know what I'm saying? Was there any granules in your nose at the time? Any chips? Did they have any neural links in that shit? That just because it was hanging out of your nostrils? And Devin Haney said, hey, you're a cokehead. You're doing coke. Did it get them to perk? Oh, man. And then all of a sudden, Ryan Garcia started sniffing. I thought that was the fakest shit ever, right? And then we talking about all the Jesus Christ and stuff like this. But you want to tell the fans out there that you have flaws and you smoke and you drink, right? But check this out, though. He's been trolling like he said. You know what I'm saying? And they're talking about him being on X again. He said he or someone posted the same message on his X and Instagram site, which indicates that Ryan couldn't hacked. All right. So this is what's going on with Ryan. It says fans of Ryan Garcia are worried and confused about his latest post on social media in which some believe he's being harmed. Okay? But look, we just saw another post not too long ago of him pulling up on Jake Paul. Ryan is about to fight at 140 pounds, but he wants to get into the ring with Jake Paul, who's considered not to be a boxer because Ryan keeps telling him he's not a boxer. And he fights at cruiserweight. He just went in there once again and showed people how to make a pizza. That's what Jake Paul did. Jake Paul is becoming a very astute connoisseur to making pepperoni pizza, starting with ragu sauce on the motherfucking crust. He get them dudes that's up here and he take them out to eat. Look, he sends somebody that drop them off that freaking food voucher. He drops them off a food voucher on fight week for at least about $1,500 to $2,000. They say, eat up. They opponent go in there, round, soft in the bread basket. And once again, it's another freaking easy stoppage. Now Ryan's pulling up. A 140-pound fighter who was complaining about being on the rehydration clause. But look, he mentioned that he walks around 147, 150. So let's do the math. Let's just say he walks around the 150. 60, 70, 80. All right. Let's go up to 90. That's 40 pounds. How are you going to put on that weight to face Jake Paul? And why would you want to go face Jake Paul at this stage in your career? I can't tell him not to do it because Floyd has went out there and fought Logan Paul and made big money. He fought Tenshin Nashikawa in Japan. You know, Floyd has been in there with some exhibition type fighters. But Floyd has already accomplished his, and he's in the retirement. Ryan Garcia, he's trying to prove to his fans that he is absolutely a legitimate contender, and we should consider him as an official, top name in boxing. But all this Jake Paul shit, you're not going to fight at cruiserweight. It goes on to say, you can hear Ryan say, oh shit, and then see him moving quickly through a room as someone enters his house. Again, it's unclear whether Ryan is trolling the fans to get attention on himself for promotional purposes, laughs, or if he's snapped mentally. If this is a move for Ryan to get out of the fight, it's troubling. Well, it's probably Aiden Ross. You know what I'm saying? It's probably one of these freaking content creators that they always staging this stuff. How all of a sudden you can have no security and you're a boxer, but yet you're running away again. You sat up there and told Jake Paul that you would F him up right there. You'll whoop his ass right there. That's what you said to Jake Paul. So why would you be scared of somebody? Why don't you get the blicky? The blick. I know you got a blicky in the building. You don't have nothing on you? You ain't holding Ryan? Come on, I know a pretty boy like you got a Glock, a G-Lock. I know you got a G-Lock or something. It goes on to say, March 3rd, Sunday 2024, we slit RG throat and threw him in a basket. Nobody will find him. Satan is sitting at the top now. 666. Ryan Garcia, whatever, is in charge of his phone posted on X. Okay? In quote. This is what I'm reading. All right? In quote. We're talking about a person that I continue to tell you all that takes that little time to use Jesus Christ. But yet, to get people's attention, I want to talk about satanic rituals, sacrifice, violent acts. They let him get away with that. All this shit for promotion? A person that's always talking about Christianity and keep your faith in your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But now, all of a sudden, his phone was hacked. And he talking about somebody's slit throats. And now you're dealing with Satan, 666. I'm telling you, man, these youngins just play around so freaking much. You know what I'm saying? It goes on to say Ryan's post on X has gone viral, with many fans wondering where someone has kidnapped or harmed him. Ryan's house is recently broke into and things were stolen during the burglary. There's a video footage of two intruders entering and leaving Ryan's home. Well, I'll tell you like this. If you feel that there's been two burglars, you know, where the drone footage, he has to have some security systems. Get the drone footage and you'll see where Ryan and the two suspects, the suspected intruders, probably walked up about 200 yards away from the home, and where Ryan paid him off, joked around with him and told him to get up out of there. And then he went through a back way and went into his house and then cut the camera back on and say, I've been hiding down in the basement. I don't know where they're at. I do, but for the instruction purposes only, I don't know where they at right now. I'm in my home. I'm so scared. And then, oh, well, I hear somebody. Hold up, I hear somebody. And then all this rustling and shit. And then you hear some, slam to the ground or something. And the camera goes back on Ryan. And Ryan's holding his ankle. Oh, they just hit my ankle. My ankle. Oh my God, my ankle. Not my ankle. Oh, I gotta go to this fight. I'm in fight camp. Oh, my ankle. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Oh my God, man. This dude, I told y'all about Ryan Garcia. I try to tell the people about this nigga, man. This dude is playing with you. This dude talking about 25 and 100 million. If you all can only relate to my pain and my struggle, it's so tough. I know you all would be doing something way worse than coke if you had 100 million at 25. I'm hurting. I have such a payload on my back. Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the F out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney came back and said, stop paying attention to this trolling. This dude is trying to rock everybody to sleep. No, they're not sleeping because he's trying to be Mr. Controversial. That's all he's doing, and people's paying attention. Let me see what this is about right here. Let me see. Let me see what this is about right here. Let me look at this video. Man, that bogus ass. Look. Any other time, if he was doing a mid drill or a speed drill, the video would be clear as hell. Then they make these videos where you can barely get a visual on what's going on what the actual video is about, because they're shaking the phone all over the place. Man, see, this is only in boxing, man, where they have to create these false, fake ass storylines, you know, to make it seem like this is a cheap freaking produced movie that cost like $15 or $16 for, you know, for the entire freaking movie to be produced. All to sell a fight? That tells me once again, man, this shit don't make no sense. Like, all to sell a fight is crazy. But hey, y'all hold it down, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up as always. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. Salute. Peace. I'm out.